Welcome to King Programming 7. This tutorial I'm going to cover C programming. The topics I'm going to cover, I will show you now. These all the topics I'm going to cover. Before starting introduction to C, I like to start with what is a programming languages. Consider a normal language. If I want to convey a message to you, I need a common language between you and me. Now I'm talking in English, so English is a common language between you and me. Likewise, if I want to convey some message or some information to a computer, I need a common language. For that, we need a programming language to convey our message to PC. Likewise, the machine also need to convey a message back. It uses help of programming language to convey a message to us. That's why we need a programming language for a message transferring and other operation that we are doing in a day-to-day life with our computers. These are all the topics I'm going to cover in this further tutorial. Let's look about introduction to C. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie. He was so famous for his programming skill and the program that he is developed. C was developed at the year 1972 in the Bell's lab. The reason why C is more popular is many compilers are written using C programming. Many many operating systems are written using C. Unix was written using a C according to one study. C comes from B programming languages. If we can call C as a advanced B program. From B program, they developed a C program to overcome the problems that they face in a B programming. This all our introduction. Let's get into a basic print statements. For that, this entire tutorial, I'm going to use the software called wait once JC++. This is the software I'm going to use for this entire tutorial. So let it be in. To know how to install JC++, if you want, comment me below. I will add a new video how to install JC++. So I already opened now. Interface will be like that. This like so I'm going to close. Interface will be like this when you open it for of us. For creating a new file, control new source file, control plus n. This will create a new file, or you can just press control plus n for a shortcut key. So I open here. I'm going to type my first print statements. Hashtag include hashtag include stdio.h. Just follow. Then I will explain each and every line why use and why should we use. Hashtag include stio.h int main printf printf king programming 7 is look nice now. So the shortcut key for running is F11. If you are using a laptop, press F1 and F11. Before running this, I need to save this file. Save as. I already created a folder in a desktop with a name C programming. If you want this entire program files, uh, I will give you a link in description for a drive link. You can copy that program. So let me give a name as a King Programming First program. You may notice that I have given a underscore here. Why should we give a underscore? By we giving a name, we should not use a special characters like dollars, hashtag. This is all illegal naming, and we should not use space. If you are using a space, the compiler will get confused what program should run. But sometimes it will accept even if you give an space. But it's a better practice to give underscore in a place of space. And the extension of C program is .c. Dot C. The C represent it's a C programming file. It contains all the programs of C. As soon as you save, now the name I've changed as soon as I save. So I'm going to run it now. Take some time. Yeah, now we got an output. See, King program is our, this is our output. So let me explain each and every line. Hashtag include stdio.h is an header file. Why we need to use an header? Uh, if I need to search something in a web or a Google, I need an internet now. Like that, if I want to print something or I should get input from a user, I need a standard library that is already defined in a C programming. That is stdio.h. std means standard input output. .h represent it's an header file. And hashtag. Uh, in internet we will get everything like that. If we need to get everything from this package, we need to use hashtag. Without as soon as we represent an hashtag in a front of a header file, the compiler will get to know hashtag is an the next statement we are writing is a pre-ordered test. It means already defined by a C programmer, one who developed a C. Without stdio.h, there is no program. It's a compulsory header file for every programming. And let's look into the second line. Int main. Int is a data type. In a further tutorial, I will teach you what are the data types and why should we use data types. So now it's considered is a compulsory to add. And main. Every compile time, the compiler will look for a main function. As soon as you wake up, our morning routine will start. Likewise, as soon as we run a compiler, it will look for a main function to execute first. If there is no main function, it will show an error. So let me show you here. I will type some other names king. If I run it now, I should not get output error. So it's an error. Why? Because a compiler by default it will check for a main function main. Now if I run, I will get an output. It's taking some time. Yeah, now I got an output King Programming 7. You may think why I got an King Programming 7. This double quote represent a string. The printf is a already predefined by a C compiler. This printf is accepted because I use stdio.h header file. A printf, whatever I type inside this double quote, it will execute as it is. For example, I will type HELL hello hello VIEWERS hello viewers. If I type, I should get as it is in a output. Hello viewers. You may think that special characters and numbers are not cannot be given inside a double quote. This inside a double quote, if you give anything, any number of line you give, anything you can give, it will print as it is. HELLOW hello world. Okay. Now let me say why we should use semicolon. If you're reading a book, you will know that the line has been ended because and the page has been ended, and you should learn the read the next line. But the compiler don't know which line have been ended. If I'm not using this semicolon, it will read the entire line like this. It will read entire line and it will read a next line. It will read a next line, but it don't know where to stop and where to do a function. For that, we need to use an terminate. Terminate means the line has been ended. You want to read the next line. For representing a compiler that the line has been ended, we should use a semicolon. You may think that why should not use here or here. These are all the predefined files. By default, the compiler will know that whenever you use a hashtag, this will be a ending. Whenever you use an int is a function, I will explain you what is a function in a further tutorials. Follow up for knowing about everything in a C. Whenever we represent an int main, by default it will know this will be a start and this will be a end. But this is called statements. Every statement should be end with a semicolon. Then the compiler will know this line has been ended. Now we have printed a first program. In a further tutorials, I will cover entire topics as I shown before the schedule of C programming. Hello guys, bye.